Okay, welcome. My name is Erin Barton, and I am faculty with the National Center for Pyramid Model Innovations, and I am here with Ashley, Ashley, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Ashley Nemec, and I'm a staff member here with National Center for Pyramid Model Innovations, and I work very closely with Erin and Lisa Fox to help provide targeted and intensive TA around Part C pyramid model practices.
Thanks, Ashley. Today, the purpose of this webinar is to outline one of our newest offerings, and this is a targeted TA where we will focus on training trainers to deliver the Part C practices training. And so I'm going to go over the details. Ashley and I are going to go over the details of that application now. The purpose of this application is to support states, so it's at the state level, in building, strengthening, or expanding their professional development network for training early interventionists to use pyramid model practices within the Part C system, so with families within the Part C system. So this targeted TA is really focused on training, building the capacity of states to train early intervention providers within Part C systems to use pyramid model practices with families. We will be working with trainers within each state to build their capacity to collaborate within the state leadership to plan and implement professional development training that supports the implementation of pyramid model practices. We are going to work with the trainers to build their capacity to provide training to local Part C agencies, local early intervention programs, and agencies within states. And we are going to build their capacity to support local agencies in supporting the early interventionists within those programs and agencies to implement pyramid model practices. So NCPMI, Lisa and Ashley and I will be providing distance support. This will all be virtual via Zoom. We will be providing distance support and sharing of information and guidance of up to 3 trainers per state for the targeted TA year, so for 1 year. We will be holding, the training will include 1.5-hour conference calls or Zoom meetings starting in October through July. They will occur on the second Tuesday of the month at 1 o'clock Central Time. And during these meetings, we will be working with trainers to build their capacity to do this pyramid model practices training. And we also will work with them to help them work with the leadership teams within states and within programs and local agencies. Between calls, there will be some work that is expected of the trainers, but we will provide materials and send information related to that during the targeted TA. We also will have individual calls with states and trainers. Ashley and I will do individual calls to support trainers on an individual basis between our targeted TA monthly conference calls. And we will do individual consultation with Ashley and I as well. We will hopefully have a face-to-face meeting at the 2021 NTI conference. This will be optional for participants within this targeted TA opportunity, but it will be a great way for us to continue to work with each other and to meet in person. So the expectations of the state and the trainers within each state, we expect the trainers to have some training experience. So they have to have some experience training, conducting workshops and trainings. They are going to be expected to participate in all of the monthly calls that we have and to complete the between call work that we will be providing. We expect them to maintain communication with Ashley and I in between calls and to complete the evaluation activities that we will be sending them. At the state level, we expect the state to submit the application. The Part C coordinator from each state will submit the application with approval from the state leadership team. The Part C coordinator and the state leadership team should be the ones to nominate between about 1 to 3 trainers within the state. And then we expect them to continue to work with these trainers to help the trainers build the capacity within the state and work with the state leadership team, and to help the trainers work with the local Part C agencies and programs as well to be able to deliver the trainings and to monitor the participation of the trainers. I'm going to turn it over to Ashley, who's going to walk us through the application process.
Thank you, Erin. So as Erin has said before, the state leadership team and the Part C coordinator can work together to nominate 1 to 3 trainers. The contact information and bio for each nominee should be provided. And all nominees that are selected must complete that. There's an application survey linked within the application for them to use by August 17th. They should also provide a letter of commitment that provides time for each nominee's participation in the TA. And then we also would like to have proof of the state's pyramid model implementation and kind of hear their background of their pyramid model work previously. It doesn't necessarily have to be related to Part C, but just kind of a description of what is your state's context and you know, the formation of your leadership team, who's a part of the leadership team, how many years you've been implementing pyramid model within your state and how many sites you have implementing pyramid model currently. And that could be within Part C, or as I said before, you have intentions or plans that are set to begin expanding pyramid model to your Part C systems, local agencies and programs. And then also that proof of the current professional development network system. Again, as Erin said, this TA is really intended to help you build that professional development network system. Again, if you're already implementing that pyramid model and you have been for a while, you may have it, but now we can help you expand that by providing you with the training to train the pyramid model practices in Part C. So providing a description of what that professional development network system currently looks like, talking about maybe other initiatives you have going on within that system, and then why you feel this TA will benefit your state. And then we kind of want to just give you a brief overview of the call topics that we'll be discussing. So it's really related. The whole practices training is really linked to the EPFI, and that is the Early Intervention Pyramid Practices Fidelity Instrument. That's the tool that we use to help ensure that early interventionists are using the pyramid model practices. And so that is why our practices training is really formed around that. And so you can see each call topic is pretty much broken down in accordance with the EPFI, and we do have the EPFI linked on the NCPMI website. So if you're curious about you know, what the practices are and what they look like, you can go ahead and download that for free off of our website. So the first call will be a general overview of what the practices training is, and And then we'll really go into each little component of the training. So building relationships with families. We talk about culturally responsive practices and effective communication practices that early interventionists can use that really tied to that relationship building and that trust with families. And then we talk about social emotional development and dyadic interactions from that Part C lens. We go in depth about family-centered coaching practices that early interventionists should be using. Again, because our purpose of this training is to really help early interventionists to help build that confidence and competence in the caregivers to be able to build their child's social emotional competence. We have a section on addressing challenging behavior and kind of that taking that family coaching lens into social emotional assessment. And then as Erin said, between these calls, we'll have it set up so that everybody gets a chance to have individual time with us to help problem solve what this training can look like in the context of your specific states, local agencies, programs. As we know, even within a state, each program may be serving different needs within a community to really help it be meaningful. And then we'll kind of wrap things up at the end. But we also would like to provide some time for you all to ask questions. I know Erin and I have been talking about any questions you have about the TA that we're providing. You can submit your questions. If you scroll down on the bottom of your screen, there should be a little Q&A box that you can click on, and you can submit your questions to us there.
Yeah, we'll take a few more minutes to answer any questions you might have. And while we're waiting for questions, if there aren't any, that's also fine. But I just wanted to let everybody know that this will be recorded. We have been recording it, and we're going to post it on the NCPMI website on the page for this targeted TA. So if you missed anything or you want to share it with somebody, the recording will be available.
And Erin and I will also provide our emails. I know sometimes questions pop up when you're actually undergoing the process. So we'll have our emails provided for you to reach out as well.
Yeah. The PowerPoint will be available via the recording.
We might be able to also post it on the targeted TA application site as well. Yes, yeah. Sarah said she'll upload the PowerPoint.
Great. So the PowerPoint will be accessible as a PDF file, and then the recording will be available as well. So we have two questions. This targeted TA is intended to be for states, and so yes, the Part C coordinator should be the one to submit an application. Now, trainers can contact Part C coordinators and work with them that way. The trainers can work with the Part C coordinators of the state that they're working within to submit an application. And then I see Mel asked about the TA, if it will be offered again next year. And I'm not sure. Quite honestly, I don't plan much beyond the day these days. But we are doing this targeted TA this year, and we'll see. I mean, if it works well and it seems like we have lots of applications and we're not able to include everyone, then great. Or if we, it seems like we want to expand it to other states next year, then yeah, potentially we will offer it again, but I can't say for sure. That's a good, all of those are great questions. Okay, wow, well,
I think
Record
that,
time.
yeah, I think the next slide has our emails just to
Yeah.
give them time to. So
And
these are, oh, go ahead, Erin.
you can say it. It's okay. It's okay.
I was just gonna say, these are our emails. If questions pop up as you're going through the process, please feel free to reach out to Erin or I or both of us. We'd be happy to support you.
Yes. Just email us. All right. I don't have anything else. Do you, Ashley?
No.
All right. That's it.
Just to say thank you for taking the time to come to this little informational session about our
And
CPA. We're
and
excited. Yes.
Ashley, I'm sorry, Ashley. I was just going to also say that we're very excited. Ashley and I have been working really hard, mostly Ashley, on updating this training, and we're so thrilled that we're going to have an opportunity to share it with you all, and we're really excited to work with everybody.
All right, thank you, Ashley and Erin, and thank you everyone who participated. You all have a great rest of your day.